Welcome back to the video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the latest installment in the Realm Egg series, the final movie. We'll be discussing the good, the bad, and of course, the talking trains. But before we get to all that, we have to talk about the plot. The plot of this movie starts with a nice little recap of what has happened in the series so far, which I appreciate as this is the final movie. It made me feel nostalgic for the series. Thomas is back, and after some fun, he needs new parts and is sent to go to the mainland by ship to get fixed. However, Diesel 10 changes the ship's route and sends Thomas to Japan, where he finally breaks down. Hero finds Thomas and takes him back to the works. And thanks to Hero, Thomas is brought back safe and sound and with his parts fixed. Meanwhile, the other trains are trying to find Thomas, and Diesel 10 is trying to destroy the railway. It doesn't go well for him, some wonderful music plays, and the story ends. Now let's talk about the good and the bad. The good. I love the music in this movie. Most of it is made by people on YouTube, and it's great. The music drives a fine line between being funny and still feeling like Thomas.
You're the mean one, Diesel 10. You dominate the line. You're as funny as a scrapping. I don't really have the time, Diesel 10.
Sick or something's really wrong.
I also like the models and how the creator changes them. Doing this is surprising because not many other creators do it, and even when they do it, it doesn't always work out very well. The models look pretty good and everything seems to be in scale. Nothing looked too out of the ordinary, like, oh, it shouldn't belong there. Even Diesel 10 looked great. Even Diesel 10 looked great next to the other models. Since he is meant to be big and long, I think if he had used the take-along one, it would have actually looked more out of scale. I like the pacing of this plot, and it never feels too slow. The music doesn't slow down the story like I thought it would, and I think it helps make some things go faster, because some scenes would be really boring without just a musical montage. And I think that it kept me very interested. Even though it's a short runtime, it actually kept me pretty entertained, and I'm glad that it was actually kind of a short runtime. I also like the voices. The voices never feel too like they couldn't be those characters. My favorite being Hero.
Luckily, Hero heard the coughing and looked back.
Thomas, what are you doing here?
I was supposed to go to the mainland.
I like the sets and they fit the story very well. A very simple story, some simple sets, it looks and feels very natural and very good. Fortunately, now we have to talk about the bad. I don't understand how Diesel 10 changed the route to Japan, and why they blocked track and stuff. How does that happen? And why does no one question Thomas going to Japan? I also don't understand why Thomas is going to mainland by boat, although his universal bridge might not exist, I don't know. Hero going back with Thomas also seems a bit odd, but it does seem like Hero to go back to make sure he gets safe, and you could be wanting to see the Soda Islands again. The camera angles can be a little odd at times, the plot can move fast at times because of how short it is, and I don't like how Diesel 10 just gives up. I was really hoping for a fight scene.
On Soda.
Not so fast, little puffball.
Cinders and ashes. It's Diesel 10. I should have known you were behind this.
You may have gotten away from me before, but not this time. I am finally going to end steam engines once and for all.
Not so fast, Diesel.
Sir Topham had arrived on board Percy.
But at the same time, it does feel like a very hit-era thing for Diesel to not run away. But it would have been nice. I was really hoping for a chase scene. Overall, I like this movie, even though it has a couple of problems. It puts everything in a nice bow. The series was nice, and it gives me a feel. Okay, I'm out of the script now. I'm just going to talk on my ass, basically. So I really love this story. It feels like a way to write a story. This is like the best way I think you could write a story to end it, because it feels like him. It doesn't feel like it's not him. It feels like his kind of writing. And his kind of writing seems to be a very slow-paced, basically a better hit era, because that's how I described it last time, was a better hit era. And I would still agree with that. It is a much better hit era, because it takes the shittiness of the hit era and makes it good. And while this movie isn't perfect, I just think that it feels very good. And the 12 minutes is actually long enough, because I think that if you tried to make this a whole hour long, it would get very boring. But overall, I really do like this thing, and it's sad to see this great series end, but I'm very excited to see what he does next. Anyway, thank you for the creator for letting me make this. I hope this review wasn't too bad. And until next time, I shall see you on the next time. Until next time, I shall see you all in the next one. And I've got some very more exciting stuff coming. Until next time, peace, bye.